like the CrossFit Games,
Yes.
will they create a myriad of exercises that create this graph, and that's how they judge who wins?
No, so yeah, that's a great question. The CrossFit Games are essentially the Olympics of CrossFit. It's the purpose of the CrossFit Games are twofold. One, to find the fittest man, fittest woman on planet Earth. Number two, to use it as a proving ground for training methods. So if someone says that I have someone who's fitter than your person, but uses means outside of CrossFit, we would like to know what those methods are. That's actually happened. You know, that's how we found a lot of our allies and scientists and coaches, just because they've looked at our stuff and said, "Wow, that's pretty awesome," right? Now, obviously, it's impossible to measure hundreds of thousands of tasks over a 2-day, maybe even 3-day period, which it is now, 3 days long. So all it is mathematically we've got to fit as many tasks into as many varied in time and varied in mode tasks as possible inside of these 3 days. Now, the measurement themselves, it can either be cardinal or ordinal. So cardinal meaning based off of raw absolute data. So if a horsepower is 33 foot-pounds per second, that's cardinal data. It's absolute data. Or there's relative, which means placing. So place first, second, third, fourth. It's obviously placing in first, second, third, fourth. It's easier. It's more fun, and it has more real-world application. For example, how tall are you? 6 foot, and you weigh 260. Okay, how tall are you, Red? 5'4", 135. So, are you married? Girlfriend? Okay, but you will someday. So look, Jackson, I know, is married. So let's say that both of you guys live side by side in a house in a place where it snows a lot, like Minnesota. One day you wake up and your garage is snowed in, and your wife says, "Babe, can you please come to the garage so I can get out?" So, and I have to be at work inside of like 20 minutes or something. So he starts shoveling snow. Red finishes shoveling snow faster than Jackson. He actually gets his wife to work on time, and Jackson doesn't. But because of Jackson's size and power output, even though he didn't finish shoveling snow, he can actually generate more horsepower than Red. It's not enough for him to say, "Babe, I'm sorry I didn't get you to work on time, but I've generated more horsepower by shoveling the snow than Red." Isn't that cool enough? So it's not even as good as that metric is, as good as the force times distance over time horsepower derivative is, it's still not good enough inside of the real world application of CrossFit. Red is still fitter in as much as completing tasks. So by that note, the ordinal metric using this graph is, as far as we've got, the best that we've got so far. And also it's inherently unfair, right? Because CrossFit itself is a reflection of your ability to produce tasks, and which means it's a reflection of life, which itself is not fair. If you were born a short person, nature's not going to give you a shorter tree to climb up, right? If you're born a big dude, nature's not going to give you more weight that you can lift just to defeat the smaller person. You don't know what's going to happen, right? So that's that. Did that answer your question, kind of? Because in the CrossFit Games, they harvest from 12,000 athletes, boil them down to say 5,000. Out of the 5,000, boil them down to 300, boil it down to the final 140, 150 that show up in CrossFit in July. Right? So